Dave Langhoff giving us a live demonstration on how to use a tree scribe.
Okay, Pat, I'll do my best. This is, we've got a piece of wood here to try and demonstrate it. Bearing trees were taken as accessories to the monument, of course, and the surveyor recorded typically the species of the tree, the diameter at breast height, the distance from the monument to the tree, usually in links, and the bearing from the monument to the tree. It turns out that it depended on the type of tree. Smooth bark trees were scribed using what's called bark scribing, and then a tree like a spruce or something like that would have been blazed and then scribed. So they had to create an area to do the scribe, and I'll just try and kind of give you an idea what they did. The idea with cutting the blades was to not make it any bigger than it needed to be. It's a little harder than doing it on an actual tree because it's moved. Most trees were full scribed, meaning that they showed the township, range, and section numbers on the scribe. So once you've created an area like this, you've kind of got your canvas, I guess.
What's the scribe experience?
Typically, they ended with the letters BT, which stood for bearing tree, of course. I've got two different types of scribes. This one is the one I'm most used to, and this is one that's actually manufactured by Pat Lehman. He's a surveyor with the United States Forest Service in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So what they would always do is you would start by scribing, start at the bottom and work up. And so the last letters were typically B and T to represent bearing tree. And there's two blades on this tool. One is used for making straight lines, that's this one. And the one that's close to the point is used for making curved lines. So with the letter B, we've got some curves, but with the T, we've only got straight lines. So the T is made simply with this one blade, and I'm just going to make some, and it's interesting because some people make their T's a little different than others. Over the years you learn the styles of different surveyors. Some, like I always put a little downward part on the T. So there's the B, there's the T. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch this pivot into the tree, and that gives me the ability to make a curved letter. Like I said, it's a little harder on something that moves, and the tree's solid, you can do this real easily. So there's the letters BT, and then if it was, say, section 27, again, you're always working backwards. So I'd make the number 7. Thank you. Erasing is really hard. And the number 2. So that is 2-7. The letter S, of course, is all curves. I got to remember which way it goes. So there's an S. But the idea is that you would just continue up, working from bottom to top. So now it would say, you know, range 7 east, township 22 north, or whatever. And that would be considered a full scribe. Some of the time what they did is they just marked X up about breast height. They put an X and a BT at the bottom. And some of the things that they thought were important was they tried to choose trees that have longer lives and don't decay as fast. And so trees around here that are considered excellent bearing trees are white pines, eastern white pines. Trees that aren't so good are things like birch trees, you know, that kind of a tree. And so it's also important to think about the health of the tree. Try and make the blaze as small as possible. Try and choose healthy trees that are going to last. Don't choose a tree that's nearing the end of its lifespan. Choose one that's got a lot of life left. And that's pretty much it. I've done hundreds of those with BLM in Alaska and Oregon. And it's been a long time, but thanks for asking.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right.